Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Empowering Lives Through an Online Business. So, happy Friday for those who are on Friday, and happy Saturday for those who are already enjoying the weekend. So, let's find out what is our topic for today.
So today's topic, empowering life through online business, is building trust before you build results.
Yes, thank you, Jesse. So, that's our topic for today. But before we dive into our topic, let us introduce ourselves. So, hi, everyone. My name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but currently reside in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Empowering Lives. For those who don't know me, my name is Sylvia. I'm originally from Zambia and now call Canada home. I'm a proud mom of 4 grown children and 5 beautiful grandchildren. I've spent over 25 years in the working hospitality industry, and today I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor, helping others discover new possibilities in the online world.
Hi everyone, I am Shabana Hamid, a digital business owner and mentor from Texas. I am also a mom of three and I am passionate about helping busy women learn digital skills, build confidence, and explore new possibilities for themselves. Today, I want to share a simple but powerful lesson that has helped me in both life and business. Trust is earned one conversation at a time. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Daxi. I am a proud from Iloilo, Philippines, a wife, a mother of four, and a healthcare worker. I began my career as a RN in the Philippines and later in Saudi Arabia for 12 years and moved to BC, Canada for 18 years now. So today I've been serving in a long-term care in British Columbia for 11 years. Alongside my healthcare career, I am also a business owner and a mentor.
Hello, everyone. My name is Isabel. I am originally from Mexico. I now reside in the US. I am a mother, a wife, a grandmother, a former educational assistant, and now a digital business owner and mentor.
Hi everyone, happy and blessed Friday. We welcome you today. My name is Christiana. I am originally from Nigeria. I am a registered nurse by profession. I reside in Texas and I am a proud digital business owner and also a mentor. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, my name is Asma Haris. I am a digital business owner and mentor. I am a mom of three, and I believe we are always learning and growing through our experiences.
Hi everyone, my name is Yesenia, but everyone knows me as Jessie. I'm a nurse by profession. I live here in Ontario, Canada, but I'm original from Cuba. I have my business online and I'm a mentor at the same time.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Empowering Lives Through an Online Business. My name is Arshia Sayed. I'm originally from India. I married and I moved to USA and I live in Maryland with my family. By profession, I'm a pharmacist and now I'm a proud digital business owner and a mentor. And I help people start their online business from home or from anywhere. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Maimuna Diallo. I'm from West Africa, but I'm living in New York City. Mom of four, proud digital business owner.
Thank you, everyone. Okay, so let's dive into our topic for today.
So, welcome everyone today. Empowering lives through an online business. Building trust before you build results.
Thank you, Shia. So, yes, that's our topic for today. So, welcome back to another episode of the Empowering Lives Through an Online Business. So, we would like to begin with a simple question, and that is, who is someone you trust deeply and why do you trust them? Most of us won't answer because they were the smartest person or because they had the most experience. We'll usually answer because they were honest, consistent, reliable, and they care. Trust is one of the most valuable things we can build in any area of life, whether we're building friendships, working with people, leading a team, or growing a business. People usually choose trust before they choose anything else. And today, we would like to share 10 principles that help us understand why trust always comes before lasting results. And for that, we're going to be talking about the following points.
So today points, trust is earned one conversation at a time. Consistency builds credibility. Listen more than you speak. Be honest even when it's difficult. Serve before you expect anything in return. Patience is part of building trust. Your actions speak louder than your words. People trust those who continue learning. Relationship matter more than transactions, and trust creates the foundation for sustainable growth.
Thank you, Daxi. So, yes, those are the points we're going to be talking today. So, let's dive into our first point.
Trust is earned one conversation at a time. Have you ever wondered why some people trust us quickly while others need more time? Because trust isn't something we ask for, it's something we earn one conversation at a time. Every relationship begins with a conversation, and whether it's in business or everyday life, people want to feel heard and understood. That's why listening is so important. When we truly listen instead of just waiting for our turn to speak, we create connection. And genuine interest matters too. When someone reaches out to you, don't immediately focus on the result. Ask questions, understand their needs, concerns, and goals. Let them know that you actually care about their journey. Remember, every interaction matters. Someone may not be ready today, and that's okay. The way you treat them today can determine whether they feel comfortable coming back to you tomorrow. Trust grows gradually through consistency, honesty, and respect. I always remind myself people rarely remember every word we say, but they remember how we made them feel. So, here is my takeaway for today: build relationships before expecting results. Listen first, connect genuinely, be patient. Because when you put people before the outcome, trust follows, and strong relationships grow from there. Thank you.
Thank you, Shabana. So, Shabana talked about trust is earned one conversation at a time. So, that's one of the ways that we build trust before building results. So, now let's move on to our second point. So, our second point is consistency builds credibility. So, trust isn't built in a single conversation or through one impressive action, it's built over time through consistency. And, you know, people don't just listen to what we say, they pay attention to what we do. So when our actions consistently match our words, we become people others can rely on. So consistency means showing up, even on the days when it's not easy to do. It means keeping your commitments, following through your responsibilities, and doing your best to honor your word. These may seem like a small actions, but repeated over weeks, months, and years, they build something incredible, valuable, and that is credibility. So think about the people you trust the most. Chances are it's not because they made one big promise, it's because they consistently keep the small ones. So they were there, okay, when they said they would be. They followed through and they earn your confidence one action at a time. I learned that credibility isn't created by being perfect, it's created by being dependable. There will be times when we make mistakes or face unexpected challenges. But what matters is how we respond. When we communicate honestly and take responsibility and continue to show up with integrity, people learn they can trust us. The same principle applies in every area of life: our families, friendships, workplaces, businesses, and communities. Reliability strengthens relationships because it gives people confidence that our words have meaning. And as today's reflection reminds us, consistency turns promises into credibility. So here's the message for you guys: do what you say you will do, and every commitment you keep, every promise you honor, and every small action you repeat with integrity will help you to build trust, strengthens relationship, and establishes a reputation that people will respect for years to come. So that's what I want to share with this point. And now let's move on to our next point.
Hello. Today I want to talk about something very important. Listen more than you speak. I believe good communication is not only about knowing what to say, it's also about knowing how to listen. Sometimes we are so focused on giving our opinion or finding a solution that we forget to truly listen to the other person. When we listen carefully, we understand people better. We learn about their experiences, their feelings, and their point of view. Instead of making assumptions, we can ask thoughtfully questions. Before giving advice, we should first try to understand the complete situation. Every person has a unique story. We may not always agree with someone, but listening show that we respect their thoughts and experiences. As leader, mentors, parents, friends, and even as a family members, listening can help us build stronger relationships and better understanding. One thing I am taking away from this is listening is one of the greatest expressions of respect. So today let's try to listen a little more, understand a little deeper, and speak with more kindness. Thank you for everyone for listening. Have a blessed Friday.
Thank you, Asma. So Asma talk about listen more than you speak. So now let's move on to our next point.
So we are going to talk about be honest even when it's difficult. Honesty creates long term trust. Never promise what you cannot deliver. Transparency builds confidence. Integrity matters more than convenience. People appreciate authenticity. Trust grows where honesty lives. So, my takeaway on this is protect your integrity in every conversation. So, honesty is the best policy. Grows where honesty lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Arshia. So Arshia talk about be honest when it's difficult. Okay, so let's move on to our next one. Hold on, Daxi. You're muted, Daxi.
Sorry. So, point number 5, serve before you expect anything in return. One important lesson I've learned from both healthcare and my online business is to serve people first before expecting anything in return. In healthcare, caring for others has always been part of who I am. When I became a business owner and mentor, I realized that the same heart of service also applies in business. For me, it's not just about making a sale or growing a business. It's about listening to people, understanding their needs, sharing what I've learned, and helping them find solutions that may be right for them. Sometimes people simply need information, encouragement, or someone who believes they can learn something new. When we genuinely help without putting pressure on people, trust develops naturally. That's also what I appreciate about our community. We learn, support, and encourage one another to grow. So, my takeaway, guys, lead with service, not in self interest. The strongest relationships begin with a genuine heart to serve. When focused on adding value to others, meaningful relationships and opportunities can follow naturally. Back to you, Sandy.
Thank you, Daxi. So Daxi talk about serve before you expect anything in return. So that's another way to build trust. So now let's move on to our next point.
Okay, the next point, number 6, patience is part of building trust. When I think about patience and building trust, one thing I've learned is that you simply cannot rush a genuine relationship. And I've seen this throughout my life, from many years working in hospitality, dealing with people from all walks of life, to what I'm doing today in the online space. People need to get to know you. They need to watch you. They need to listen to you and to see whether actions are consistent with your words. When I first started my online business, I had to learn this too. Sometimes you speak to somebody about an opportunity and you think, ah, this could really help this person. But that doesn't mean they're ready at that moment. And that's okay. I've learned that my job isn't to convince or pressure anybody. My job is to show up, share honestly, answer questions, and allow people to make their own informed decision in their own time. Some people may watch quietly for weeks or even months. They might never comment or say anything, but they're watching how consistently and how you show up and whether you genuinely care about helping them. And I think that's where trust begins. Coming from hospitality, I've learned that many people may forget many things, but they remember how you treated them. The same applies to a business in life. You're only interested in someone because you want something from them. People can feel that. They generally feel it. But when you take the time to build a genuine connection, listen to people, and serve them without always expecting something in return, you build something much more valuable than a quick result. You build a relationship. So for me, the reflection is trust grows at the speed of consistency. Is so true. Keep showing up, keep being genuine, keep serving, and give people the space that they need because the right relationships aren't built overnight. So my takeaway is simple: be patient with the process. Sometimes while you're wondering whether anything is happening, trust is quietly being built in the background. Thank you for listening, and back to you, Sandy.
Thank you, Sylvia. So Sylvia talked about patience is part of building trust. So now let's move on to our next point.
Okay, so our next point is action speak louder than your words. People watch what you do. You can tell people you are committed. You're serious about something. You're telling them you're going to change, but eventually people stop listening to what you say and start watching what you actually do. Are you actually showing up? Are you keeping your promises? Are you doing what you say you're going to do? Because trust isn't about built through one bit conversation. It's built through repeated actions, and those actions, and every time that your actions match your word, then they think I can count on this person because I can see they are really changed. I learned that you don't have to constantly tell people who you are. Your action will eventually introduce you. So don't have to convince everyone that you are hardworking. Just show up. You don't have to convince everyone that you are a trustworthy person. Just keep your word. You don't have to convince everyone, that you are serious about your goals. Just stay consistent, because when your action repeatedly match your words, people don't just hear your message, they believe it. And that's when trust start opening doors that you will never know they were there. Thank you.
Thank you, Jesse. So Jesse talk about your action speaks louder than your words. So another way to build that trust before results. All right, so let's move on to our next point.
Okay, our next point is people trust those who continue learning. Like Jesse just said, people may trust you at the beginning when you keep saying that you're going to do all these things, but when they see that you're not doing them, they're not going to trust you anymore. But they do trust those who continue learning. So, one thing I have learned throughout my journey is that people don't expect you to know everything. They trust you when they see that you're willing to keep learning. And when I started this new chapter, I definitely didn't have all the answers. I was learning technology, digital tools, communication, and how to build something completely different from the corporate role that I had known for over 20 years. And honestly, there were times when I felt uncomfortable being the beginner, when I was so used to knowing everything in the corporate role, right? But instead of pretending to know everything, I became comfortable saying, I don't know it yet, but I will learn. Okay. That mindset made a difference in my life. Every training, every mistake, every conversation, and every experience has taught me something. And the more I learn, the more I realize that learning isn't just about improving myself. It's it's it allows me to be more helpful to women who come to me with questions, doubts, and dreams of their own. I don't want to be the person who says, I already know everything, because believe me, there's people who think that way. I want to be the person who says, let me let's figure this out together. Because real leadership isn't about having all the answers, it's about remaining teachable enough to keep growing and humble enough to keep listening. So if you're afraid that you don't have enough to begin something new, just remember this. You don't have to be an expert to make a difference. You simply have to be willing to learn, to grow, and to share what you have discovered along the way. Sometimes the most trustworthy person in the room isn't the one who knows the most, it's the one who is still curious enough to learn. Thank you, and back to you, Sandy.
Thank you, Isabel. So Isabel talk about people trust those who continue learning. We also have a message here from Jesse. So let your actions be the proof behind your words. And then Isabel also commented, never stop investing in yourself. Every new lesson makes you more capable of helping yourself, your family, and the people you are meant to serve. So that is for this point. So now let's move on to our next point.
All right, our next point, we'll be talking about relationship matters more than transaction. We all know that meaningful relationship at last short-term results. A quick result might last for a moment, but a genuine relationship creates opportunity for years. People will not forget how you make them feel, especially in their down moments. People appreciate being valued. When you come across people, people want to see you, how you make them feel genuinely, how you care about them, and not just what you gain from them. They are more likely to trust you when they see that you genuinely look after them, you genuinely want them to grow, and you genuinely want the best for them. Every conversation is an opportunity to encourage. Even if someone is not ready to work with you today, your words can leave a positive impression that will remind the person that tomorrow this person is a trustworthy person to work with. Community strengthens growth. That is one thing we enjoy in this our business. That community support. That's why we say you don't have to know it, you don't have to have experience before you start this business, because in this community you're going to learn a lot. Every one of us knows that we have learned a lot of things from this community. This is where people are willing to share their idea with you. This is where people are willing to make sure that as they are growing, you are also growing. Trust creates lasting connection. When people knows they can rely on you and believe what you say, it creates relationship that can stand the test of time. My reflection today is people remember relationship long after they forget transaction. And my takeaway today is build people, not the outcome. Thank you so much. Back to you, Sandy.
Thank you, Christiana. So Christiana talk about relationships matter more than transactions. So that's another way to be able to build trust before building the results. And our last point is, oh, hi, Maimuna. For some reason, we cannot hear you. We still can hear you. Do you want to try to go out and come back? Okay. All right. So in the meantime, while Mamona comes in, um, we just want to remind everyone that we have Empowering Lives through an Online Business every Friday. So if you want to continue learning more about the different topics that we show, we are here on Fridays. Okay, so Maimuna is back.
Hello, you can hear me now?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Today, trust is opening the door for long-term opportunity. Strange registration are built over time. Credibility compound with consistency. Growing becomes substantial when relationships come first. The strongest foundation are built slowly and intentionally. Trust is the one whose greatest access we can develop. The result might open the door once, but trust keep relationship growing for years. Protect your reputation by making trust your greatest opportunity, the greatest priority. Thank you.
Thank you, Maimuna. So that's Maimuna talk about trust creates the foundation for sustainable growth. So that's our last point for our topic today. So let's find out what is our key takeaway for our topic today.
If there's one message I do like you to remember is this: people may be impressed by talent, they may admire knowledge, but they build lasting relationships with people they trust. Trust isn't built in one day. It's built through honesty, consistency, service, and humility, and showing up day after day. So continue learning, continue serving, continue keeping your word, because lasting growth is never built on pressure. It's built on trust. And when trust becomes your foundation, meaningful results often follow naturally.
Thank you, Isabel. So that's our key takeaway for our topic today. So now let's find out what is our message for the audience.
The message for the audience is this week ask yourself, how can I serve someone before expecting anything in return? Am I being consistent in my words and actions? What can I do today to strengthen trust with the people around me? Choose one relationship and intentionally invest in it this week. Small acts of consistency often create lifelong trust. Thank you.
Thank you, Sylvia. So that's our message for the audience. And we have arrived to the end of our live today. So our topic today was building trust before you build results. So we talk about 10 points. So remember, lasting success is built on trust, and trust is earned through honest conversations, consistent actions, genuine service, and integrity. So when you focus on helping people before seeking results, you build relationships that create meaningful and sustainable growth for years to come. And with that, we conclude our topic for today. And let's find out what is our topic for next Friday.
All right, our topic for next Friday is the power of solving problems instead of selling. So we welcome you next week, the same time, for us to discuss about this wonderful topic.
Thank you, Christiana. So, yes, that's our topic for next Friday. So, it will be a conversation about how focusing on serving people, understanding their challenges, and offering genuine solutions create stronger relationships and long term trust than simply trying to make a sale. So, with that, we conclude our live for today. So, we want to say thank you to everyone that has watched the live with us today. For those catching the replay, thank you so much. And to our followers, thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. We want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Friday for those who are on Friday, and a happy and blessed Saturday for those who are on Saturday, and a happy and blessed weekend ahead for everyone. So thank you again for being here with us today, and we'll see you again in our next episode of the Empowering Lives Through an Online Business. Thank you, everyone. God bless you all, and thank you for watching.